it's Samantha of youreverydaybeauty.com, and this is my eyebrow tutorial. Like other makeup basic steps, eyebrow shaping is also a corrective method. So if your eyebrows aren't the same, don't worry because most women don't have eyebrows that are symmetrical. Like me. So I'm gonna show you how I make them look like the other. If you haven't had enough time to have your eyebrows done and you have a big event coming up, you can just check your eyebrows and see if you have any stray hairs underneath them. You can use wax or tweezers to remove them, but if you need to put your makeup on right afterwards, I suggest use a shaver, something like this. It's a tiny razor for your face, and just gently remove the stray hairs underneath your eyebrow. The reason why I suggest use a razor is because if you wax or tweeze, your skin has a tendency to become red and you're gonna have to cover it up with makeup. The next thing to do is to get a spoolie brush. It looks like this. And you need to brush up and see if you have any hairs that are too long, and you cut them with scissors with a blunt tip like this one. The reason why I use one with a blunt tip, for obvious reasons, you don't want something like this waving around your face, right? So this is just for safety reasons, and especially if you're working on others, you don't want to poke their eye. So we brush up, and if there are any hairs that are too long, we need to cut them. And then the next thing is, right now I don't have any hairs that are too long. So next is we brush down. You can see that I have a few that are too long. So we're just going to cut them like so. Now we want both of our brows to look the same as much as possible, so you need to check the mirror and see if they're symmetrical. If they are, then good for you, because my eyebrows are just the worst. This one's okay, but this one's just horrible. I mean, it's like its evil stepsister. This one has an arc. I don't really have to tweeze it that much, I just remove the excess hairs. But for this one, it's a lot of work, so I'm gonna show you how I do it. Depending on who you ask, some say that your eyebrows have to start here along this line of your nose, and some say it's here on the side of your nostril, and some say it's your tear duct. But you know, it really depends on how your face is, because some of us have a wide nose, and if your nose is until here, then how can you start your eyebrow here, right? I'm going to use an eyebrow palette. This is Perfect Brow Kit by Etude House. You're supposed to use a color that's within 3 shades of your hair. My hair is black, but it has a bit of dark brown in it, so I'm going to use this color. Also, one more thing, if your hair is black, please don't use black for your eyebrows. You're gonna look too strong, it's gonna look unnatural too. So okay, I'm gonna start with this eyebrow. I'm just gonna fill it in with the dark brown, and I'm gonna use this angled brush. I tilt the brush towards the way the hair grows. In the innermost part of your eyebrow, make sure to make it lighter than the rest of the brow. That way it looks more natural. Now we've reached the arc, and now to find your arc, you need that same straight thing. You can use the handle of one of your brushes, and it's the line from the side of your nostril to the side of your pupil. Mine's just off a bit. I just need to extend the arc a bit, about a millimeter. Now when you reach the arc of your eyebrow, you tilt your brush downwards because the hair starts growing that way. The end of the eyebrow is supposed to end from the side of your nostril to the side of your eye, and it's here. Mine's just right, so I'll just fill it in until there. And now the hard part. I'm gonna start with this eyebrow now. First of all, I need to make sure they start in the same place, the arc is in the same place, and it ends in the same place. That's how I make sure that they're both symmetrical to each other. Okay, now I'm gonna start filling in the inner part. And now, following the same rule, the arc should be about here. So that's where it starts going down. Okay, so since there aren't any more hairs on this part of my brow, I'm gonna have to extend it with a pencil, with an eyebrow pencil. And this is Maybelline's Crayon Brow in a it's a light brown color. So we're going to check where it's supposed to end, which is here. And we're going to draw with the crayon. Use light feather strokes to mimic the hairs. If the hairs get messy again, just get your spoolie brush and brush. Okay, now they look more alike, and they're not exactly the same still because it's kind of impossible because this one has an arc, and like I showed you earlier, this one doesn't. It just goes straight up. So that's how I do my eyebrows. Since we all have different eyebrows, here are some tips on how to correct them. If you don't have an arc, like just follow what I did with this eyebrow. It's actually straight, but there's a way to fake it. If your eyebrows are too sparse, just fill it in, maybe with a pencil so it gets darker. If you dyed your hair and your eyebrows has lost the color, you can buy a mascara-like thing where you can just color your eyebrows. It has color. This comes in different colors. This is a Japanese brand, Mio Piccolo. I just got this in a Japanese store earlier to show you. If one eyebrow is higher than the other, you have to make them meet halfway. You need to fill in the top of the other and you need to fill in the bottom of the other so they come out the same. If your eyebrows are too bushy, I'm sorry, but you can't really do anything about it with makeup. You're gonna have to go to the salon or tweeze or pluck them yourself. So that was my eyebrow tutorial. I hope you found it useful. Please subscribe to my channel, watch my other tutorial videos, and also please visit my blog at youreverydaybeauty.com. See you next week. Bye!